guys, I'm the Sky Spire.
Hey, this is the KillerKilp.
And welcome to the Nintendo Switch Thoughts video!
Yeah!
So, we got the Nintendo Switch event a couple of days ago. This is also after the Fire Emblem Direct, and we are going to give quick thoughts on that stuff. More than Nintendo Switch. Fire Emblem comes later, but yeah.
Yeah!
Oh my god. And, Nintendo Switch is coming on the 3rd of March, so we're not even too far off from it, so I'm hyped for it. Hey, are ya hyped, my boy?
Uber duper hype. Probably gonna get here before my computer does.
His computer, he bought it like a couple of weeks ago, never coming.
Nope. I'm gonna have to buy a completely new one.
Aw, man. Either way, we here, so I guess we can start off by just talking about the actual Switch itself, because that trailer didn't tell us a lot, but the event did. Switch, it's basically, the cool thing about it is that the console isn't like a bulky thing that you just keep on your desk and you play, or keep on the dresser or whatever, and you play with a controller. The console is like a little thing that's even smaller than the Wii U gamepad. You can also use it like a controller. It's amazing how much power is in that tiny little thing. The console is smaller than the gamepad. I think that's just amazing. Not to mention that the Joy-Cons are like the coolest thing ever. Like you can use them on your controller, or you can use them on the Switch, or you can use them by themselves. Like, they're cool.
Yeah.
Like, you can use them by themselves.
You're
I think
right.
that's like,
You're
damn it. What's up?
Nothing, you'll see.
There's a camera in one of the Joy-Cons, and then there's a mic in one of them, and there's a freaking motion in two of them. So like, that's probably why it costs like $300.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not
kind
really
of
surprising what the cost is. I thought it was actually gonna be more, but I was hoping it'd be less.
Yeah. So I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be hard to rack up that money within like 2 months. But
I'm not going to rack up that money in 2 months.
are you gonna have to wait until next Christmas?
I'll probably have to wait a while.
God, because Christmas is literally, you know.
No, not Christmas, but I will
Yeah,
have to
that's-
wait a while.
It's kind of stupid. Summer, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, and you're not even missing out on a lot. There's not a lot of original games coming to the Switch yet.
Nope.
God, freaking. So I guess, you know what? Speaking of which, we can talk about those unoriginal games first, since they're kind of dumb.
Yeah.
We'll start off with Splatoon 2, which honestly, even though you're not getting the Switch, I think you already like it a little more than I do. I kind of hate Splatoon 2.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool that they're adding more, but I don't think that they should make a completely new game for it unless they have a really in-depth story, which Splatoon doesn't have really in-depth stories. So I don't think it was the best idea.
Yeah.
But it's not the worst of the unoriginals.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I hate Splatoon 2 just because it feels like it's actually Splatoon overpriced DLC. Like, wow, the game isn't just the exact same, just with new maps, new characters, new weapons. Like, if you guys know Street Fighter, I think Street Fighter 4, they had a Super Street Fighter 4 and then an Ultra Street Fighter 4, and it was just the exact same game, just with more content.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're doing with this, if you haven't bought Splatoon yet. And the other game is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I literally have no want of buying this. This is the game that I'm like, this could have been a $10 DLC at best. Because literally, it's literally just new characters, an extra item slot, and bringing battle mode back to what it was. That's all it is. Like, that's even worse than Splatoon.
Yeah, and you know what? I never thought of that, but what if they actually do give, like, the people who have it on Wii U, like the normal Mario Kart 8, what if they do give it to us for, like, $10 DLC?
That's what it should be.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're gonna do that.
Yeah, because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has, like, all the DLC from Mario Kart 8, and then an actually good battle
I mean,
mode.
it feels like Hyrule Warriors 3D, or whatever it was. For the 3DS, like they're just making it for people who don't have it yet, but that was more useful because it's on a different console. They gave all the DLC just like they did Hyrule Warriors, but Hyrule Warriors made more sense, and so like Xenoblade Chronicles 3D as well, because they were on a new system, because people couldn't play. Some people didn't have the Wii U, so they only had the 3DS, so it was like really cool that people could now play the games. And you play it on the go.
On the Wii version, Xenoblade Chronicles was so rare, so they're like making something.
Maybe their thing is, well, now you get to play it on the go, and maybe that's their whole thing. Like you can, if you really want to play Splatoon or Mario Kart on the go, well, now you can do that. So maybe that's what they're going for.
Probably is. That's probably the reason why they're bringing freaking FIFA to the Switch. Yeah. Just because you want to play soccer on the go, here you go.
FIFA. Oh man.
I don't know. The cool thing about Hyrule Warriors 3D, or what was it called? I forgot. Legends. Well, you could actually like switch between different characters on the map. You didn't have to click on one character and then like play as them for the entire level. You could switch between different characters. They made a cool change. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is trash.
Yeah, it's really, really bad. There's no point of it.
Yeah.
Like,
it's basically, like you said, if you haven't bought Mario Kart 8, that's what you want to get. Which, it's a complete version, so that's kind of
especially if they make it where it's backwards compatible and you can play Wii, like your Wii U games on the Switch, then
wow.
Which I really, 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 really hope happens.
Yeah, I'm thinking that if they make Wii U games for the Switch, I'm pretty sure they're going to make it so that you have to play it like you have to play it with like the Joy-Con on the Switch console and then be looking at the TV. So like it's basically like a Wii U game. I'm pretty sure they're gonna make it like that. I don't think they're gonna make it. I don't think they're gonna let you use like just one controller. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Either way, but like that mindset for the original Switch games, that's good. For like some of the original Switch games that we're gonna talk about later, that's a really good mindset when you're just on road trips that you can just stream through a game.
Yeah.
So anyways, up next, and just because I wrote all the release dates down, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is coming April 28th, which is really soon.
The day after my birthday. Let's go.
It is! Happy birthday! Get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And Splatoon 2's coming summer of 2017. So next up, we can talk about some original games coming for the Switch. Let's talk about what's coming on release date for the Switch. We thought it would come with the Switch, but it's not. This game's called 1-2 Switch. This was in the direct. You can start off, because I feel like you have a lot of stuff to talk about.
I mean, first off, Cowboy, the big cowboy dude who beat the other guy in the duel, that's my homie. That's my Skype profile picture because he's my boy.
Oh my god.
But
he's my boy.
I was really hyped for this game because it seems like a really cool party game where you can just play it with wherever, wherever. It's not like you play Nintendo nerd. It's like anyone can play it. Like the frickin' that guy who's frickin' cooking some barbecue. He probably played a lot of Nintendo 1-2 Switch.
That made me crack up so much.
He probably played a lot of 1-2 Switch. In the game,
this guy going crazy.
It's probably somewhat extensive. Probably has 15, I would think, mini games or something, maybe even more. But they're not in depth when it comes to the game itself. But it's pretty cool, the idea and stuff, that like everything it has, and you can play it on the go. But it's $50. What? I was thinking 10 at most. That would have been the only way I would have bought it.
I was thinking it would be like 30 or something, because it seems like Wii Party U or something where it's just meant to be a party game. But yeah, Wii Party U has like a bunch of different game modes, and this, as far as we know, it's coming on release date, so they probably told us like everything there is to tell about the game, and they just said there's like milking the cow, there's eating a Subway sandwich. There's the Cowboy Shoot-Off game, which for some reason they really like.
Ping pong.
Competitive Switch ping pong, you and me.
And then what was some other one? Oh, there was the balancing game. Oh man. The
balancing game. So I mean, it doesn't seem like nearly as in depth as some other stuff, but and it comes out on release date too. So it seems like Wii Sports for the Wii. It seems like it's that kind of game where like you get it with the console and just have some fun to know what the Switch is like. You know what I mean? Because Wii Sports even came with the Wii. just so that you could know like what the Wii could do with Wii Sports. But this game is just an extra $50. Yeah, they should have bundled it with the Switch, honestly. I don't know. I mean, I like the party game idea, and I hope there's like different modes, but they didn't talk about that, so there probably isn't.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm gonna be buying it just because I have people coming over every once in a while, like my cousins and stuff, and I think it'd be a super fun game to play.
Yeah. Like, I love to play with my parents, because they would have, or like just my family, but like, I have, besides my parents, I have people come over maybe once every 2 weeks or something, so it's like, it's not really worth it for me. It's not, it's not enough people coming over for me to get my satisfaction of the game.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's gonna feel like Super Mario Maker for me, where like I feel like I'm not gonna get my money's worth. I still don't feel like I got my money's worth for Mario Maker. I feel like I got maybe $20 out of it. It wasn't worth $60. If you I know this is really late.
It was not worth $60.
I know this is late, but if you people are thinking about buying Mario Maker for $60, don't do it. It's not worth $60. It's nothing close to worth $60.
There is Mario Maker 3D, which I think is like $40.
It has a story too, so like it has like a game. It has worlds, so that game's already better, and it costs less.
The 3D
money.
Version does really?
I'm pretty sure because I saw, or maybe I don't know. Maybe it's some people put up whole worlds and that I don't know, something like that. I just saw PK Sparks. He was like playing this game, World 1 through blah 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 blah. So I was like, okay, maybe. But I know it's already probably a lot better, and it costs a lot less. So.
But back on topic. I'm probably gonna buy 1-2 Switch because not only like will like my cousins coming over or other people coming over be fun, but like I showed my mom the Switch trailer and she actually legitimately likes it, and I showed her 1-2 Switch, and I think it'd be just really fun for like the two of us to just come into my TV room and just play for fun, you know?
You do a lot of games there, so that's cool.
Yeah, because like before I would just play like visual novels with my mom, and they're really simple. You just press A, but there is like a really cool in-depth stuff, and here these games look really simple. You just press like one button for the shoot 'em up game, so it seems like a fun game for that. But shoot 'em up. Oh yeah, shoot 'em up. But you know what I mean. No, I don't know what it's called. Screw you.
Country bumpkin. What in tarnation?
Rare Dead Redemption. So
partner.
Just because of that, I'm probably gonna buy it. Not on release date though, because on release date I'm gonna spend like $400.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We can talk about the last game. Let's talk about the last game that we're not really hyped up about before we get into the really good stuff. What do you have?
Look at these! Look at my arms!
Flex, man. Gotta flex it out. We got, in the spring of 2017, we got arms. You should do your pose, and that's arms.
Arms.
Arms. So, arms is coming. I don't know. It kind of pisses me off, because, in the event, they showed this guy, like, moving the Joy-Cons, like, really accurately, and it looked like that was how the arms would work. I don't think they're going to be nearly that accurate. Like, they're probably... I always felt like they're going to be even less accurate than the Wii Remote, where they're just going to... Like, you're going to punch it, it's not going to work, and they twist it, and then it just goes... Like, I think it's just... Ow. Yeah, and the game's really fast-paced. Like, you're, like, dashing and jumping, punching, like, so fast in that game. So if the controls are, like, not responsive, that's going to make or break it.
I mean,
but...
What I'm thinking is, it's like Pokken, but it's gonna have a much even shorter lifespan than Pokken, and Pokken had the shortest lifespan out of any game I've ever seen ever.
It was so hyped up, and then
maybe like a month and a half, if even. This game isn't gonna have a lifespan because so few people are gonna play it. Yeah. It's not necessarily the worst game or worst game idea. It's actually kind of cool with Rock'em Sock'em Robots, but it doesn't have the hype because it doesn't have the Pokemon name or the Tekken name behind it, and that's what gave Pokken all that hype. Fighting games like this that aren't Street Fighter or Tekken or something like that, where it has a fan base that gets competitive with it, a fighting game that doesn't. Fighting games only do well if they have a fan base that gets competitive with it. So Smash, Tekken, Street Fighter, all those games, Mortal Kombat, all those games only are hyped because there are people that want to get competitive with it.
And
this game is not going to have people that want to get competitive with it, and if it is, it's going to be so few amount of people.
Yeah, not to mention, going back to 1-2 Switch, the main reason I'm gonna buy that game is so I can play it with my mom. That's what they're going for with the Switch lineup. They're going for like really fun, family-friendly games just to show off what the Switch can do. In that case, ARMS is really good, actually. It shows off what the Switch can do, what you can do with the 2 Joy-Cons, and you can play it with a normal controller. You can play it with the normal, like, the Pro controller and all that, so that's good, because just playing it, like, with the Joy-Cons, I wouldn't enjoy it at all. So, like, if I'm gonna get competitive with it, then sure, I'm glad you can do that. But yeah, they didn't talk about like a story mode or that. They showed multiple characters. Unless it has a lot of good game content besides 1v1 battles, it's not gonna last long at all. If there's like a ranking system or a story mode or something, that would be cool. If there's like bosses somehow, there's not gonna be. The other sad thing is it's a punching game. It's a kind of boxing game. I really feel like that in and of itself means the death of Punch-Out. Like there's I want to say that. It might not be true, but I want to say that. That'd be so sad. They hyped us up for Punch-Out back in 2015. Like when they showed Reggie in the hoodie, remember that?
Oh, that's unfair. I want Punch-Out.
So sad. We need Punch-Out.
Punch-Out was like my life.
There should be a super boss in Punch-Out where there's like a huge rock golem and like he's punching meteors back at his face. Right. No.
Alright.
No. But yeah, ARMS doesn't have a name behind it, so if it doesn't, and yeah, it's gonna last like a really short amount of time. But if you're one of those guys who just wants to play fun games with your brother or sister, and we don't have brother or sister at home to play with, then
I don't even know if that's even gonna be like, if anyone's like, this is the game I want to play with my brother and sister, or I don't even think it's that.
I feel like that's the only thing, honestly.
I don't even know if it's that, like, I feel like, I'm like, the game
is it that bad?
I don't think it's like, I feel like kids are just gonna be like, this is stupid, like, this is retarded.
The kids are naive, they'll get into it. It's coming out in spring of 2017, so if you want to get it, then hey. So there's the Switch lineup that we're not that hyped for, and you can tell, the games that are meant to just show what the Switch can do, they're okay, and just to see what the Switch can do, I'll probably buy 1-2 Switch or something, just to see. But then there's the games which have a big name behind them, which we're definitely gonna get. And I think there were 4 really big ones. So we'll go through them in a good order. We'll start off with the new Mario game, Super Mario Odyssey. Do you want to start or should I?
You can start this one.
Super Mario Odyssey is coming in the holiday of 2017, meaning winter? Like, yeah, okay. Oh god. Okay, so end of the year, fine. Well, okay, at first I really didn't like it because I think neither of us liked it at first. Like in the very first moments of the trailer when he was going through the city, because Mario and like
he's not a realistic character. So that my thing is he's not a realistic character. He shouldn't be in a realistic world.
None of his games are realistic at all. Yeah, so that's why it's very odd. Yet then he was going over to a cartoonish world, and it actually really seemed like Super Mario 64. There was a Nintendo Treehouse event which I barely saw, but like I think like Miyamoto was talking about Super Mario 64 when he was talking about Odyssey. So yeah, this game is basically Super Mario 64 too. You're going, well, not a direct sequel obviously, but like you're going in these free roaming worlds. You have different objectives in each world, and it's not like a start to finish thing like the 2D and 3D platformers. Or most of them, just like Sunshine and Super Mario 64, you're roaming in this free area, and it looks really nice. You can pimp throw your freaking hat.
You can.
Wow.
It's a pimp game. It's a pimp game. It's a game for pimps.
This game should be called Super Mario Mobster Mania.
Speaking of pimps, Bowser.
Bowser is so good in this game.
Oh me, he's so
my
lit.
God.
It's the best Bowser you've ever seen. He is the king.
Best Bowser.
That right there is the king of expansion.
King of expansion right there. Like, did you see his pimp hat? And like, there's this poster of him and Peach, the royal wedding. Like, holy crap!
So good.
It looks so good. Is it gonna have a good story? No,
No.
but like we don't care.
Doesn't
We don't
matter.
care.
Mario doesn't make good stories. His Mario RPG is pretty good.
Yeah, all the Paper Mario games have good stories, but besides that, like
Any other
mainstream.
RPG games are good. But,
Yeah, those games are good stories, but platformers, no. But we don't care because the game looks fun. It looks big. One thing I want to point out about the city, New Dong City. The story of the game is that Bowser wants his city back. I'm telling you.
It better be.
No. Is the fact that Mario. There were scenes where he was like running along the streets and like lampposts and stuff, but there's also scenes where he was on the very top of buildings and like wall jumping between buildings to get up to like the top and look down through the entirety of New Dong City. So
I really
that's-
thought I really thought it was Mario Galaxy 3 just because did they confirm that they're doing Mario Galaxy 3?
Yeah.
And this would have been pretty good timing, but apparently not.
And Pikmin 4, but they Pikmin 4 is the crappy 3DS game.
Eh.
Anyways, so yeah, it's odd that that you can. What I think is cool is that the city's huge. Like the city's gigantic. You can go like to the very top of these skyscrapers. And there's also like all these different alleyways. And when you're looking on the very top of the city, you can see like blocks and blocks. It looks like a huge hub world. Unlike like all the Super Mario Galaxy hub. Like the Super Mario Galaxy 2 hub, remember how it was just like a tiny little spaceship and there was like barely anything there? Yeah. The hub looks huge. I'm thinking like there's gonna be secret missions and stuff like that. And I want to bring up Sonic Unleashed, where Sonic was in a real world, like the real Earth, but then he went on to stages, and those were more fantasy-like. So this is like that. Looks great.
Yeah, it does.
Think it's gonna be fun, and holiday of 2017. So it's gonna be a while until it comes out, but I think I'll definitely buy it. Definitely.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't know if I'll buy it just because I don't know. I don't know if like I love Mario, but I usually don't. I haven't bought a Mario game in a while.
Yeah.
Like, I usually like playing them. Like if I play it with someone, sure. Or if I go to someone's house and play it, sure. But
Yeah.
I usually I don't know. I usually don't buy Mario games, even if I'm super hyped for them. I don't know. They're usually
Fair
$60, and I'm not huge into platformers.
Is it because it's just like more of the same?
Yeah, kind of, and I'm just not a huge platformer fan. So for
Okay.
people that are really big into platformers, it's awesome. But I'm not really big into platformers. So
Yeah.
the only
Like
platformer I'm good at is Super Meat Boy. So
God damn it, dude. Yeah, like for me, from my point of view, if they ever release a new Donkey Kong Country game or a new Mario game, then I'll get hyped for it just because it has that name.
yeah.
So because of that, hey. But either way, it looks great. We're gonna have to wait for more trailers to know more. Can we mention that how the hat has eyes? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Definitely has eyes.
It has those eyes.
Let's not,
4 eyes.
Let's keep to the good spirits and move on.
Alright, so moving on, the next thing we can very quickly mention is Fire Emblem Warriors, which is going to be coming... No, wait, no, there is no release date yet. So in the trailer, they showed off 5 swords, which was the Old Falchion, Marth's sword, Rielma's sword, Xander's sword, the Yato, and the Crom's Falchion. Wow!
So happy.
So,
They better add more characters, though. They got to.
Hyrule Warriors, like, as of now, has like 40 characters.
Yeah, they gotta add more. There's gotta be more than, what, 5, 6?
Oh yeah, I know, there's gonna be a butt ton.
There's gotta be more.
And, we're gonna talk about the Fire Emblem Direct in another video. But, like, in this video, all they showed for the game... This pissed me off. So, in the Direct, they were like...
stupid, yeah.
This was retarded. In the Direct, they were like, okay, here's a new gameplay. It just showed a sword and Chrom holding it.
Yeah, it
That
was just Chrom doing one of move or attack
Yeah.
or something. And, I mean, that was hyper. I love Chrom, so that was cool. But that was
Like,
not
yeah, in the Direct,
gameplay.
all they showed was just him doing his special move. Like,
All it was. It was not
Okay.
really. I mean, it's probably so early in development that they don't really want to show that much. But I get that. But
it's still
Don't be like, we're getting you gameplay, and then being like, a poo,
then
it.
showing a cutscene.
Yeah, it's just a poo, and that's it. And I'm like, okay.
Here's gameplay. They show a cutscene. That's so dumb.
Alright.
So yeah, I think it's coming in 2018 actually. But
Probably.
Hyrule Warriors is really fun. Honestly, I loved the game. I don't like, and here's the thing about Hyrule Warriors. I actually want to talk about this for a little bit. Hyrule Warriors felt like a Zelda game. Even though it was a complete beat 'em up and you're going through hordes of enemies, it felt like a Zelda game just because of the characters, the maps, the items, and the plot. Because the thing about Zelda is that there are some things that always stay constant. You're Link, Ganondorf, Triforce, you get the Triforce and beat Ganondorf. That's the thing that always stays the same. They might change it up very differently, but that's usually what stays the same. And that's, if they're trying to capture the essence of Zelda, that's what they're going to put in Hyrule Warriors, and they did. Fire Emblem doesn't have a standard as, like, bare bone as that. They usually change it up some more.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have any kind of constant at all. It's a completely different story every single time. It's barely even the same series, really.
Yeah. So that's why we can probably expect, like, a decently new story. Since
Definitely.
Hyrule Warriors did not have a new story at all. It was just Link, Triforce, Ganon. So, yeah, we can probably expect that. The other thing I want to mention is that I don't want them to lose the Fire Emblem part of this game, because Fire Emblem, it's really big in strategy, and it takes advantage of the weapon triangle, you know? So
Yeah.
I want there to be situations where Chrom, he's going to run, he's going to beat up enemies, and then a flying enemy will come to him. And the flying enemy will do double damage to Chrom, and Chrom will only do half damage to the flying enemy. So, you want Chrom to run away, switch over to Niles, have Niles run over, shoot that thing down, and he'll do like quadruple damage to him. Like, you know, like you want to take advantage of the weapon triangle.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I really hope they do that, because that's the big thing about Fire Emblem. If they're going to make it a beat 'em up and just have Fire Emblem characters, I'd be pretty pissed, actually.
Yeah, my problem is Fire Emblem doesn't. I don't know how well Fire Emblem's going to translate to a beat 'em up game, since the characters aren't overpowered to the point of being able to kill 17,000 enemies at one time.
Yeah,
Like,
and
none of them can
like
do
they
that.
showed Chrom doing.
Chrom can sometimes lose to one random ruffian. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, I guess it's kind of the same with Zelda, since Link can't kill 20 billion people at one time either. But
Yeah, that's true.
But that's a much more mythical game and like more believable of crazy shit happening like that than
Yeah.
a much more realistic, but like with like magic and stuff, Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I suppose.
But I'm still super hyped. It's Chrom. I love Chrom.
Yeah, and they don't have to like make up weapons like they did, or they don't have to like come up with like random weapons out of their ass like Hyrule Warriors, because with Fire Emblem, there's already so many different kinds of weapons. I wanna, whoever's the Tome wielder, sorry, that's gonna be fun. Just like
Gotta have probably
like Robin just going ham.
Tharja.
Yeah, Tharja. Odin, my aching blood.
Odin's my homie.
Odin's the best.
Odin's
So
so good.
that's why like, there, yeah, it's not gonna translate that well. It's just gonna be about how fun it is, really. How fun it is to beat everyone up and the plot and everything.
Yeah.
But as long as the game feels like Fire Emblem, that's why I really, really hope the weapon triangle and being able to switch between different heroes is in the game, because it is coming to 3DS, and in the 3DS version of Hyrule Warriors, you could switch between people. So if you can switch between people in the 3DS version of Hyrule Warriors, I hope you can do that in Fire Emblem Warriors, and Fire Emblem Warriors for Switch, maybe, just so that we can have the weapon triangle in there, just to have some kind of strategy.
Yeah. Gotta admit, I wish they just took the graphics from this game and put it into a Switch Fire Emblem game. Like
And there is a Switch Fire Emblem game.
actual Fire Emblem, like like what they're possibly making or whatever.
Yeah.
What it's gonna, I don't even know.
Yeah, we don't know anything about it, but I think there's like a mainstream Switch Fire Emblem game coming. So yeah, the game does actually look decently good. I like how Chrom looks. So yeah, just take those graphics. Yeah, I think Fire Emblem Warriors is coming in 2018. The exact same people are working on it, like in Hyrule Warriors. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah.
And if this game has any remnant of how much stupid DLC, or the stupid amount of DLC that Hyrule Warriors has, it'll last for a decent amount of time. Moving off of that, oh man, what should we talk about now? There's two games. There's the Zelda game. There's Zelda U. Let's talk about Zelda U.
Zelda U.
Let's talk about Zelda U.
How old are you?
Zelda, we're in 2014, guys.
So behind.
Zelda U. Let's talk about that, because while normally we should talk about this game last, but it's not the game that we're #1 hyped for. So we'll save. We'll save the game that we're #1 hyped for last. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Just like how we have to call the Switch, we have to call the NX the Switch. Ugh.
Right.
Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild coming on release date.
Lit.
Thankfully for both the Switch and the Wii U, which was a really good thing. Thank you for releasing it for both. This is here's the thing with Breath of the Wild. I'm going to buy it on day of release just because I'm a Zelda weeb. But the game's releasing at the same time as the Switch, and I want to be able to take advantage of playing a sandbox game on the go. I want to take advantage of that. I don't want to have to buy a Wii U version and then stick to that, you know? I don't have to be like, what do you call it? I don't want to have to be shackled to the ability of playing a sandbox game on the TV if I have the ability to play it on the go. So, I'm probably going to buy the Switch version whenever I can buy the Switch.
Yeah.
It looks great. What about you?
Well, I definitely want it day of. Or soon to day of, because I want to let's play it. But, I can't afford the Switch, so I might have to buy a Wii U version. Just because I will not have $300 to pay, or $5 billion for all the games on freaking March.
Because what's $299 plus 60? That's
$360, but
plus tax, so that's like
I don't have $400 to spend.
360. I think tax is like whatever. Yeah, it's a lot. It's I think around 380 on day of release.
No,
so
maybe around 380.
So March 3rd, Nintendo's gonna become the richest company in the world. That's what it felt like back when like DLC for Smash came out. Nintendo just become the richest company in the world.
Yeah, freaking.
I mean,
it's crazy.
That day when Lucas, Roy, and Rio came out was a golden day.
It was.
Anyways, back on topic. I'm really happy for this game now. There was a point where I was like really not hyped for this game at all because I thought there was gonna be like no civilization in it. It was gonna be a barren world with like, and it would just be remnants of a civilization. There would be like broken buildings and broken stuff, but there are points of interest, and you would just explore to find out what happened to this world. Other Zelda games, like Skyward Sword, had a lot of color to them and really funny characters. Whoever remembers Groose from Skyward Sword, he's a god.
Groose, the Groose is loose.
The Groose is loose!
So loose.
You're breaking out! So, I was sad that they were going to completely ditch that for this Zelda game. No! This trailer showed the Gorons, which are great. They showed the Zoras, they showed the Koroks, the Great Deku Tree, Zelda. Thank you.
But no thank you for the way she looks.
Someone did comment on that video saying they actually love how she looks, and they sent me a piece of artwork. I still think she looks okay. In the artwork, she looks kind of good if her eyes weren't twice the size.
I know, that's the problem. That's the problem with the whole thing. It's the eyes.
Yeah. Some people think she's like beautiful. Like Erika thinks she's beautiful. My boy Bonkers thinks she looks great, and I'm like,
eyes. The eyes are too big. They're
it's
too
the
like,
eyes.
kawaii desu, anime-san. It's like,
which Link is not like that at all. So
because
I
Link
mean,
isn't like that. None of the characters are like that. So it's not that it looks
Yeah.
bad. It's just it doesn't fit with the rest of the world.
like if it was Toon Link, it would look great because Toon Link's eyes are.
He's freaking kawaii desu anime-san.
Either way, the game actually has civilization in it. Gorons, Zoras, Koroks, all that stuff. It has. I messaged him something. There's voice. Sorry. I messaged him something that's not appropriate for my channel. So, anyways,
Bad.
there's voice acting in this game, and not just the open your eyes. There's legitimate voice acting. We saw Impa, the Great Deku Tree. They were saying full
Skyrim.
It is.
It's
I haven't
Skyrim.
played Skyrim, but it looks like it is.
Skyrim. It's literally Zelda Skyrim, which is awesome. It is literally Zelda Skyrim.
Not to mention the fact that there's apparently a story of what happened 100 years ago, and I guess like everything that you discover in this game is what happened 100 years ago, and I love that. Like the game, I guess you can beat it in like around an hour, but if you do that, then you're never going to be able to understand what happened in this world. And the final boss will also be like stupid hard unless you play the game more. So that's, yeah.
Yep.
Alright guys, so we are back, and we both had to go for a little bit. Okay, anyways, back to what we were saying. There's actually some new information about Breath of the Wild, which you're going to quickly say before we wrap up this little part. And that is that apparently Breath of the Wild has 120 side quests in it. Or, sorry, 120 mini dungeons. Sorry, 90 Korok seedlings, which I guess are some sort of collectible.
Sounds like some, like tissue. Clorox.
And 76 side quests. Not only that, but this game, it's always, what I love about Breath of the Wild is that it's always talked about the Great Plateau as being this grand, expansive world. And then they show you the full map, and honestly, the Great Plateau is only 2% of the map. So taking that into consideration, wow, this world is big. So, knowing the fact that like it's a Zelda game and there's going to be so much time put into it by everyone who plays this game, I'm really looking forward to it.
Same.
And yeah, you're gonna get it on Wii U as well.
Probably, yeah.
All right. So, on to I don't believe this is the last game we're gonna talk about, but
Is it not?
yeah, it's not. Yeah, there's a couple more things, but this is if it's not Breath of the Wild, and I want to say these two are tied for me. I don't know which one I'm hyped for more. But this next game, it just blew both of us away, and that is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Wow.
Completely blew us out of the water. It had, like, what, hasn't even been 2 years?
No,
It's been, what, just
like,
over a year? Or is
ever
it just
since
over?
Xenoblade Chronicles X, yeah, it hasn't been that long.
Yeah.
But, wow. Where do we begin with this? Do you want to start?
Crazy. I mean, I don't know where to start.
Just whatever you feel. What are your inside emotions?
I mean,
let those emotions spring to life in the form of words.
It's beautiful. Like the art style, you know, could be a little bit better, but I still love it. Like I don't think it's even really like it doesn't even look as good as Xenoblade Chronicles X, so that's kind of weird. But it still looks amazing. It's Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and like the sequel to both of our favorite games. So that's just lit and hype and amazing, and I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, definitely. Not to mention the fact that, like, it looks like that this game, yeah, it does have, like, a legit story. This game looks like it'll be, it looks like it's, I mean, it has the word Xenoblade Chronicles in it, not X. Which means they're going back to the original formula of having a more mythical world. We're not exploring Mira. We're exploring a more mythical world again, just like the Bionis and Mechonis. We have a lot of different side quests, which, like, you know, from the Homs and the Nopon. And, the biggest thing here is that it has a full-fledged story. One that wasn't complete crap, like X's.
Also, it being Xenoblade Chronicles 2 should mean it's a direct sequel, which should mean it should take place sometime after.
Spoilers from this point on.
Yeah, spoilers. Actually, you know, cut that out right now, because
I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it.
Spoiler
Spoiler
right here. Big spoilers. Spoilers on like the whole game.
Yeah,
I
basically.
warned you right now. Spoilers.
Skip to that point right there to skip it.
All right.
Alright, we're good, because we're complete Xenoblade
You had
fans.
plenty of time. Just gonna talk about really the ending, so if you don't want to see that, I gave you a good, like, 4 years of
Okay,
waiting.
go!
So, basically, because it's Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it should take place right after or sometime after Shulk becomes God and remakes the worlds, really, because like obviously we see it's not probably not actually the Bionis and Mechonis again, unless he decides to remake those again. But as we know, he becomes God and remakes the Earth for all of his friends and everyone, future generations to live on.
Yeah, he wishes for a world with no gods.
Yeah, so that is presumably, because it is a sequel, what happened, what this game is after that, not in some different universe like X, but after Shulk. This is the same universe, same timeline as Shulk, Ryan, all them.
And I think further elaborating on this, just showing off how much of a connection this game has, we basically see what we like to call the new Monado in this game. The main character, he's been shown like with this red sword. It lights up just like the Monado. It's a little more edgy than before. And even in the at the end of the trailer, we see like this shot of him looking out into a sea of clouds. There's a huge tree rising up from the clouds, and then a huge white whale like going across. That scenery, like, if it might remind you of that scene where like you see like the Monado stuck in the ground and then the Mechonis just looming over everything, you know? The two games are really similar. It's not like X. It's Xenoblade Chronicles, and this made us really happy because it's really it's a game that's based off of our favorite game of all time. I'm pretty sure there's two theories I have for this. One is the one that he just said. The other one is what I thought they were gonna go for X, but that might be what they were going for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. If you remember, there was a conversation, and this was only in a flashback, between Egil and Argelis, where Argelis mentioned that there
more spoilers, guys.
More spoilers. Where Argelis talked about the fact that there are worlds beyond the Bionis and Mechonis. Egil was taught that the Bionis and Mechonis was the world they lived on, and Argelis said, "But what lies beyond that? There are more worlds than this, and soon after us, our descendants will go and explore those worlds." And we thought they might mean by Xenoblade Chronicles X, which takes place in like 2054 or whatever, when Earth is destroyed and they head off to Mira. But they never talked about that in X. They might mean Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Maybe.
Probably.
But if it's a sequel, I'm gonna go with your theory.
But at the same time, those worlds might not even exist anymore because of everything.
Oh, dude, you're right.
So, but I don't know. That's just all speculation and.
All speculation. Are we gonna see Shulk and Ryan now in like their 30s or something? Who knows?
Yeah, probably. Possible.
But all we know is that it is in the same universe. We have the Monado back, probably. And another thing I want to bring up, there are two ladies in the trailer. Well, let's bring up the three characters that we see. The main character, we don't really like how he looks. Like, someone brought up that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 seems a lot more anime than anything else. I think it was actually in like one of the group chats.
I think that was.
Either way.
Wait, no, it was Monado. Monado talking about
It was Monado.
It was Monado.
He was saying that it looks more anime. And yeah, there's like scenes where this scene where the main character's running at the camera. Like.
Which we had that in Chronicles. It's just the art style is a lot more. It's a lot more.
Cinematic.
Yeah, like the character models are a lot more pretty. If that makes sense. Like not.
No, it makes sense.
They're not human. They're not like real humans going through a war. They look like fantasy princesses and princes who look very nice, and they look very make-upped, very just beautiful, not realistic. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I think Dunban was a really good example of how realistic they can make
someone look. He was very rugged. He wasn't pretty. But he was a badass, and he was.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And that really shows in the other two characters they showed, where they showed this mysterious blonde-haired lady looking out, and yeah, it's very anime. I know what you mean completely. Yeah, she's very mysterious and. It almost could take place in like a fairy tale world, almost. But the last character, the redheaded girl,
is the most anime out of all of them.
I really do love this girl. She just looks really cool. If you look at what she's wearing, it looks like that she basically is the Monado.
That's definitely a speculation that I would agree with. I didn't look into it until you told me that earlier, but yeah, I definitely could see that.
Yeah.
Because then it's gonna feel like it's gonna be like a Soul Eater feeling where it like turns into the weapon and stuff.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
But anyways, that is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. There's no release date, so we don't know when it's gonna come out, but it's for the Switch, meaning another sandboxy game, but with an amazing story, with great characters on the go! Oh, man.
So this is definitely the game that, once this comes out, I have to have the Switch by this time.
Yeah. So, definitely, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. If not Breath of the Wild, this is gonna be our most hyped game for the Switch.
Definitely. Hopefully it's good. I really hope it is.
Hopefully it's good. Man.
Like, it does look nicer than Xenoblade Chronicles, and that comes with, what, 6 years of time, you know? So,
yeah.
But, it's nicer, and it's, I don't know, not at the same time. So, I don't know. But I really, it doesn't feel exactly like Xenoblade Chronicles, but it looks really nice. Really, the only character model I don't like is the main guy. It just looks kind of weird. He doesn't look like a character I would resonate with. But I love the female character models. They look awesome. They look
they look great.
They look amazing.
Yeah, man. The character models are so beautiful. They may as well be models. So, even though we got no gameplay, no nothing, we just know that, I mean, it takes place in the world.
Well, we got the overworld. A little bit of overworld, so that's good. But we haven't seen the fighting system. We don't know if they're going back to more like Xenoblade Chronicles or if they're updating it again.
Yeah, at least it won't be as unbalanced as Xenoblades, if that makes sense. Because I kind of like X's battle system a little bit more. Like,
it gets confusing at times, but it did explain it a little bit better than Xenoblade Chronicles did, because Xenoblade Chronicles, one of their things is they did a really bad job at explaining how to play the game, because for a good half of the game, and remember, this game is really long, so half is like 40 billion hours, you don't know what you're doing. I did not know how to play the game until halfway through it.
And there were parts of the game, you might remember this, but like, there were parts of the game where you would need to use a Monado art on an enemy, and to be able to use a Monado art, you have to hit someone, but the enemy is like, keeps on dodging, so you need to be able to like, use the Monado art to make them stop dodging, but you can't like, build your Monado art up because they're dodging.
That was a little broken.
Yeah, Telephia.
I think they should make it where, just
fix it.
Yeah, I just think in general they should make it where your auto attacks have a lot higher accuracy. Even if they do less damage or something, but they just need a lot higher accuracy.
If you guys are wondering why I'm sucking my thumb, it's because my mom brought me coffee and I blew on the coffee and it got almost on my computer keyboard. So, whoops. We're safe though.
That's good. Is that hot coffee?
Ooh, that's warm coffee. I'm more of a tea person, but coffee's good.
Iced coffee.
Iced coffee. Anyways, that is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm pretty sure whenever like any big stuff happens for this game, we'll probably talk about it.
Yeah.
Because it's near the top of the hype list.
One of the things is there's so many games I want to let's play. Like I mean, I guess we might be talking about it a little bit, but there's another game that unfortunately isn't on the Switch that I really want to let's play. But
what is it?
Fire Emblem Echoes.
Oh, Echoes, right.
Are we talking about this in that video?
We'll talk about Echoes in another video.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's more games that I want to just let's play, and I can't do it yet.
Anyways, let's get to the end of this real quick. When it comes to ports, there are a couple of ports for the Switch. We have Skyrim, and he's played Skyrim. I have not, so I know, like, I don't know. I know memes. I don't know a lot about Skyrim.
I'm definitely not hype about it because I've put so many hours into Skyrim. I have no interest in it. But it's really cool because that's a game that you really, really want to play on the go. Because that's just, it's the most I would say it's one of the most, it probably is still today, and it went out like what, 7? No, like 5, 6 years ago, and
6 years ago, yeah.
And it's still one of the most expansive games of all time because like you can play it for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and still not do everything.
Yeah, and that's really cool considering check out how much Nintendo's loving sandbox games now. Xenoblade Chronicles X, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Breath of the Wild, Skyrim port, Minecraft story mode. That's 5 games. That's 5
Mario
sandbox
Odyssey.
Games. Mario Odyssey? Mario
Kinda
Odyssey?
there.
That's 6 sandbox games.
Yeah.
5 of those are for the Switch.
They're making a
We know, like,
sandbox
all
for
the stuff
another game later.
Fire Emblem!
Exactly.
Can we please? Actually, that'd be sick.
I mean, they're making a sandbox on Echoes. They're putting a sandbox in it.
I know, and that's awesome.
It is. I was super hyped for it. I want them. Oh my god! If they had
let's get back on topic. Let's get back on topic.
Full sandbox Fire Emblem game. That'd be so sick.
That'd be sick. Anyways, the thing is, they haven't. While they didn't mention this in the direct, which is like the form the games will take, which is like will it be a CD or will it be a game card? I think it's gonna be like a game card in the top of the Switch console. I don't think they talked about that, but
The only thing that I wouldn't like about that is that means no backwards compatibility.
Oh!
I would hate that. Oh, I want backwards compatibility so bad.
Oh, dude, you're right. Yeah, if it's a game card, you can play 3DS games on the Switch. No.
Yo.
You can already play 3DS games on the go.
Wait. No, but
What?
then
In HD?
Then you could record any 3DS game, or I could record any 3DS game.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
That'd be pretty sick.
There's so many 3DS games I want to play and record, but I can't do it.
Can't do it. Anyways, the last thing I want to talk about, and I won't talk about this for too long, just because this is something for me. But Mother 3. Okay, I'm gonna quickly mention this. I'll quickly go through this. Basically, no Mother 3. There were like some rumors about it. But I think Virtual Console is confirmed. They showed off like some Bomberman games or something. I don't know. But Reggie said this, and I'm going to quickly read verbatim what Reggie said. So earlier today, I got asked about Mother 3. Maybe you can ask me about Metroid. Look, again, I'm proud as an executive with Nintendo to say we look at all of the boards and all of the comments, and we really have a good understanding of what our consumers want. And believe me, we take that to heart as we work to create content. So I have nothing to announce about Mother 3 here. But we are aware that there are some key IP that consumers just can't wait for the next true installment in that franchise's legacy. Xenoblade. Suffice it to say, we're aware of it, and talk to me in a year, and let's look back and see what's happened.
Ooh, Reggie's great. Oh my god.
Reggie's a great guy!
Oh, they need to make Mother 3.
He says, nothing to announce. Here! Oh! Oh, Reggie!
You gave it away. You done played yourself.
You did it! You did it!
You played yourself.
The game came out in 2006, and we're in 2017, and it took you this long to translate the game. Okay, well, either way,
Right.
did he just subtly hint at it? Did he just subtly hint at like
Probably.
other sequels? Since he says, "I know that there are some games that our consumers want," I'm like, yeah.
You think?
Kid Icarus. Actually, but anyways, sorry. It's an egg. But yeah, Reggie suddenly hinting at that was just so we'll have to see. Talk to me in a year and we'll see what happened.
Liddy.
Liddy. If there's any other major news, stay tuned to this channel. Stay tuned to KillerKilp's channel for more news on that. And all that out of the way, make sure to stay tuned. I like saying that. Stay tuned. It's my favorite word.
Oh,
Stay
tune in. Oh man.
Tune in. Change to channel 7.5. Sorry. Turn. Stay tuned for the Fire Emblem Direct Thoughts video. We're gonna be here with some Fire Emblem experts, actually.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna be discussing Fire Emblem Echoes, Fire Emblem Warriors, a little bit more. Actually, maybe. I don't know. Fire Emblem Heroes. And maybe a little bit of speculation on Fire Emblem for the Switch. Are you hype, my boy?
Super duper hypoo.
Hype desu.
Kawaii desu.
Stop. Oh my god, so should we end it off there?
Yeah.
Alright, so make sure to leave comments down below on what you think, and make sure, as always, to like, comment, and subscribe for more on all of things Nintendo.
It's your boy, KillerKilpers.
And I'm Skyzis.
Skyza. Yo.
Skyza.
We're signing out.
Until then. Sorry about that. Both of us had to go for a while. We're back now. So back at it again with the black slippers.
Okay. Yeah? We're just gonna not talk about what's next.
What?
You gonna talk?
Huh?
Gonna
I had a couple in depression.
Breath of the Wild's a thing.
Alright, fine, I'll
Yeah.
actually say it. Mr. Information in the house. You're Mr. Personality. I'm Mr.
Are
Information.
you gonna say it?